In season 1 of Hot D, we saw Targaryens flying about on dragon back. That's cool. That's a key component of the premise. There's Jaehaerys Targaryen. He's dying. He's old as fuck. This is 200 years before Game of Thrones, by the way. He's like, shit, who will take my place? I got no sons. His oldest grandchild, Rhaenyra, is like, I could do it. But he goes, no, I'll give it to me other grandchild, Viserys. He whacks the crown on, everyone bows. And then years later, he's in the same predicament. His ballsack only produces women, and even though he loves Rhaenyra, because she's awesome with dragons and has some fair opinions, he's like, oh no, maybe my brother should be king, Daemon. But then Otto Hightower is like, Daemon is an absolute bastard. Daemon's like, you're a bastard. And Otto's like, nah, you are. So yeah, he's like, Otto, can't, fucking not me. I mean, Daemon can't be king. I guess Damo gets judged because he has dodgy mates, and everyone's thinking he'll bring dodgy people into the castle. Like, this is the White Worm, and she's a spy with a big spy network. Emma is like, hey, Viserys, I'm preggers. That's his misso. He goes, I'm gonna have a fucking bloody son, before any of that ever happens. Kristen Cole is like, how you going? And Rhaenyra's like, pretty good, and throws him some undies, and then he goes and bashes up Damo. He's hardcore, Kristen. Nah, he is. Oh, the childbirth scenes. The doctor is like, mate, you gotta choose. Do you want your misso or the baby? Emma's like, ah! And then they're both dead, and they're just there wearing their dead clothes, and Viserys is left with a classic Westeros 1,000-yard stare. Daemon makes a whole bunch of off-putting, insensitive jokes about the tragedy, so Viserys calls him into his office. Daemon says, I just think you're weak. And then Viserys is like, I'm not fucking weak, you are! And then, like, they just have a big dilemma, and Rhaenyra gets named the heir. Everyone's like, okay, no worries. She's a woman, but something different. Rhaenyra's best mate is Alicent Hightower, by the way. Shit will get complex there later. Viserys says, you want to know how important we are? Like, we're super duper important. We got a special weapon. We've got stories about us. We can stop ice. Have you heard the story of the prince that was promised? Jon Snow 200 years from now? She gets invited to the small council meetings. Everyone's like, we're just not used to a bloody woman here. She gets to choose the leader of the Kingsguard, so she goes for Kristen. Of course she does. He's cute. He knows how to beat up her uncle. How good is the realm? Yeah. Viserys goes on about how good of a job he's doing. Rhaenyra flies around on dragons just to show everyone that they're strong and like doing a good job. Oh, but Otto is scheming with Alicent. He's like, get close to the king. I know he's old and has old balls, but do it. Marry our daughter, says the master of ships and his cousin Rhaenys. And then he's like, look, no, thank you. No. Look, guys, no. I know our family has been into that stuff, but no, it's a no from me. Thank you. Alicent's low-key proud of him for not being a pedo, so they get married. You're marrying my dad, yells Rhaenyra. He's marrying a Hightower, yells Corlys. Daemon's like, bugger it, I'll marry your daughter, I'll join the Valerians, and he does, and he's good at it. He does side quests, he takes on this crab guy that no one likes, because crab guy is blocking supplies and looting shit from Westeros, and Daemon just proves himself to be a man of the people. He's fair dinkum, a good fighter, and gets his hands dirty. Then he goes back to King's Landing with his cool reputation, and Viserys is like, alright, I'll give you a hug. And then he's back to taking the piss. He's flirting with his niece, stroking her necklace. He's like the honey badger. He doesn't give a shit. Viserys and Alicent pop out kids. He's getting boys now. She is preggers like all the time. He stares at Rhaenyra, just stares at her, wondering if she should still be heir. Am I still heir? Otto's thinking, no way Rhaenyra is going to be heir. My grandson Aegon is a shoo-in. We need to marry you to someone highborn, yells Viserys. She's not interested in marriage, Rhaenyra, but she goes on the show Targaryen needs a hubby anyway. There's a Lannister, Jason Lannister. Looks a bit like Jaime. And now that's weird. Yep, nah. And then she goes for Kristen, and yeah, she's just experimenting. She's a young woman in her prime. Viserys like, is she sleeping around, is she? Gee whiz. And then Daemon is bloody in the bad books again. Viserys just sick of him. You're a shit brother! You know that you're a shit brother! I have a shit brother, but he makes season 1 so interesting. Matt Smith does smash it as Daemon. Anyway, he has to marry her, but he kills her, because like the honey badger, he doesn't give a shit. Rhaenyra marries a Valerian, something that Viserys never did. No, thank you. Nah. Corlys and Rhaenys are all smug about it. Oh, now you want to be part of our family. Rhaenyra's like, I don't trust the High Towers. Then Otto gets fired as Hand of the King. Lionel Strong hands in a CV and he nails it. Got the job. Oh, Kristen, remember this? He gets so clingy and needy. Little buddy. He's like, marry me. Let's run away. She's like, I can't, but I'll still see you. And he's like, no, I need you to marry me. You have to be married. And it's just so sad. And little buddy, come on, no, don't. Just talk to someone. Talk to someone. He doesn't. I don't trust the Targaryens anymore. Aegon should be the heir, not Rhaenyra. You can't be friends with her. That's sad when your parents interfere with your friendships. Oh, wow. Kristen and Alicent bonding over the fact they've both got hurt feelings from Rhaenyra. That is the least passionate wedding ever. Well, he's gay, so that's fair enough. They're just going to put on a front of being married and they're not going to do anything. That's why she said she'd still see Kristen. But Kristen, he just, I'm going to be married. I'm meant to marry her. And now he's just getting in a rage. Look at him. That's rage. That's rage. That's pure rage, that is. That's unhealthy. And he just ruined a whole dodgy wedding, and now, actually pause, there's a time jump. This is 10 years later. So that is Rhaenyra, the actress changed, and that was bloody annoying, and the actress for Alicent changed as well. So Rhaenyra has been banging Lionel Strong's son, Harwin Strong, and they've got kids with brown hair there. So everyone's like, you're taking the piss, aren't you? Those are bastards. So yeah, she has 3 bastards. Rhaenyra is still there. It's a cool blended family. And there's new Alicent. She's still with Viserys. He's old. He's probably got loads of undetected health issues. The relationship with Rhaenyra is still good. She's still heir, isn't she, as far as I recall? There's Harwin Strong, the secret dad. He's good. No, he's good at dadding. Kristen is all like, I know you're the father of those bloody kids, aren't you, mate? Because Kristen's still salty. Bam! Punched. In many ways, it's quite a functional family. I'm happy it's just not incest as a viewer. I'm proud of them. Yeah, so no, the kids are good. And there's Alicent again, and she's getting more unhappy as she gets older in many ways. Her kids are fucking nuts. Is that Aemond? I think that's Aemond. Aegon is the oldest. And he's a Strong. He's Larry Strong. I think he's Larry Strong. And Larry Strong, you know, brother Harwin and dad was Lionel. He burns them. That's right. So, yep, Rhaenyra's bloody secret dad of the kids dies. Otto, and, you know, they're just getting dodgier. Daemon's got his Valerian Misso still. That was the little kid that time. I'm pretty sure. No, thank you. Nah. Now I'm really just rambling. This is becoming one of the dodgiest recaps in the world. The dragons are cool. Childbirth, that was, I mean, just remember that with season 1. The childbirth scenes were fucked. They're out of this world. She died. And now they're hooking up. Why not? Daemon and Rhaenyra. I mean, bloody her husband died. Well, not her husband, her secret husband. The dad, the strong guy. And now, yeah, those Alicent and Viserys kids are just off the chain. And they're all like, they're little bullies, really. And then Daemon's kids are fucking fighting. And then all the kids don't get along. That's similar to Game of Thrones. They're always fucking with each other. He loses an eye, Aemond. That's right. And Alicent's like, my kid's got no bloody eye. And then Viserys like, well, you know, kids are kids. He's like Robbo Baratheon that time when Arya and Joffrey fought, and it's just constant parenting problems in A Song of Ice and Fire and the Westeros world. Parents just can't get a break. They don't know how to do it. They've just got no tenderness, no care, no positive reinforcement for their children. Is that childbirth again? I don't think it was. Just more tragedy. There's Grey Worm. I'm sorry, that's not Grey Worm. I can't remember who that was. They're together, and that's okay, apparently. So, yep, no worries there. That's Viserys. He is old as fuck now. He dies. Otto, you just want power, don't you? Is that Aegon? He's out of it. He just likes rock music and jerking off. Aegon's already getting married to a family member there. She's giving a speech. Family dinners are so awkward with the Targaryens. Kristen Cole and Aemond go at it. That is badass. Yeah, Viserys is cooked. He is just fair dinkum cooked. Let the man rest in peace. Put the little crown on his head. Sure, live in denial. Live with your delusions. Put a mask over his bloody rat shit face. But he's cooked, guys. This is the best scene of the whole season 1, I reckon. This family dinner scene was incredible. So dysfunctional, as I've said. So much beef going around the place. Look at that. You thought they were about to just rip each other a new one. Oh, Daemon has to de-escalate. That was weird. There's his actual face. That's what it looks like. No hiding it, be who you are. Alicent is like, are you talking about Aegon being king? You're talking about our son? You're over the whole Rhaenyra thing? And Aegon ends up with the family heirloom knife, but she has a conscience. She's like, I think he did want Aegon to be king. He got over that Rhaenyra stuff. I'm sure that he did. Otto is absolutely like, yeah, nah, my grandson Aegon, Rhaenyra out, and they have a small council meeting, and yeah, bloody Otto is just seizing the power. Alicent's going with it. Any traitors get bashed and bleed to death on the table. That happens often. Kristen is just... he's fucked. He is. Great with the sword, but yeah, mentally not there. Oh, bloody Larry is like, he's got his Ripper foot fetish. He does jobs for Alicent and her feet, like driving the White Worm out of town, Daemon's spy. And then Aegon is like, what do you reckon, everyone? How do I look as king? Whips his sword out. People cheer. Bend the knee, you fuckers. Do it. Rhaenys is like, don't like the look of this. I might flee town, but she gets locked in her room, so someone's not letting her flee. Then she gets out of her room and she gets to her dragon. I think she like smokes the place for a bit. She almost kills everyone. There she is. Yeah, she armors up. And Rhaenyra is already, she's out. She's in Dragonstone. Yeah, she's still hiding out there with Daemon and has another kid. Pops out, yeah, childbirth. That's right, another one. Another childbirth scene. Fuck me dead. Crikey. Does that one die? I think it was a miscarriage. Yep. Nah, 1,000-yard stairs. Classic Westerosi faces. Bend the knee. She's still got a good following. I like her. I like it. Oh, bloody... who was that one again? Was that Jace? Yep, Daemon's like, you're not mine, but you're pretty cool. So go do some missions. He gives him some quests. Mum's like, yep, you have some quests. Jace is one of them. They both go out anyway. And they go to get allies. That's right. That's the word I'm looking for. This is going downhill fast. That's a Baratheon. But Aemond, with his massive dragon, already made them an ally. And then Aemon's just like, let's do a little chase on a stormy night. Remember that time you took out me eyeball? I'm going to get you back for that. He just wanted to taunt him, I think, but shit got out of hand and bam, just chompy chomp. That dragon and bloody the kid fucked. So yeah, now Aemond is just, he's in this shit with everyone because Rhaenyra, she's going to want revenge going into season 2. I think that's where we're picking things up. Vengeance and war. Here we go. Oi, huge shout out to Josh at the YouTube channel Recap and Chill. There's a link to his channel in the post description below. This is his vision edit. It's his visual and structural edit that I've used to do my thing, which is super fun. I know, like, I used to do this content a lot, and some of you might still be here from those days, those Game of Thrones days. I'm keen to see where House of the Dragon goes. I probably won't do the weekly content, but every once in a while, I want to put out some videos on it. So cheers to Josh for having that vision already online, because it was a fucking great edit. So yeah, check out his channel. Link in the post description. And thanks very much to you legends, especially those who have been watching since 2014 when the GOT content was the prime content on this ridiculous channel. Cheers.